Okay, so now we have our pan of for the Dakgalbi, Chijeu Dakgalbi. We have the cabbages, white cabbages, and the purple cabbages at the bottom of the wok, and then we put the onions on top of it, as well as the carrots. Now we're going to cut up the rice cakes about 2 inches, just to give it some bite-sized pieces, like so. Okay. And then just put it all over the wok. Okay. So, all right. Here we go. So like I said, if you're not a fan of the rice cakes, you can always choose something else, something bland like pasta or ramen, like noodles. You can choose whatever you like. It's up to you. It's up to your taste. You can switch whatever you want. Anyway, you're the one who's gonna eat it, so you have to be the one to choose whichever taste suits you best. Okay, so I think I'm done with my rice cakes. So let's just put it all around. Like so. Okay, and then where's my green chili pepper? Okay, the green chili pepper, it's not really as spicy, but if you cut them up, it'll release some spice, some spiciness. So I got like 4 pieces here, which are really tasty. Okay, so let's cut the heads off here. Let's just cut off the heads, and then I'll just slice them up into 2. So the people who are cooking, namely myself and my husband, can choose whether to eat it or not. So just put them all over, like so. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so away with the cups, and then now let's get our chicken. The chicken marinade is made of deboned chicken, so that means fillet, chicken fillet. It's all meat, chicken meat. Again, you can always use whatever kind of meat you like, although it won't be Dakgalbi. It's gonna be just galbi if you're gonna use beef or whatever kind of meat you want. You can always choose vegan options also, like tempeh, tofu, or vegan vegetarian meat, whichever one you want. For now, for this recipe, I'm gonna use chicken. So this marinade is made of chicken and sesame oil and pepper, black pepper, and some soy sauce. So we're just gonna put all these on top of the dish, like so. Just spread it around. There we go. Get all that in. And then on to the very top, of course, we have our red chili sauce. Oh, it tastes so yummy. Not too close. It's so spicy. So let's pour all that in. Yeah, slowly. You don't want it to slip all over at the sides. So you can use a spoon to put the sauce at the sides, so it'll coat the other ingredients. Although don't worry about it, because later it'll collapse. This thing will collapse, and you can be able to mix all them in. Make a hole right there, and let's get all of those ingredients into the pan. Okay. There we go. So don't worry if it's too high, it'll collapse later. Okay. feels like it's too high, it won't close properly, but don't worry. Once it's cooking, the cabbage will collapse and it'll wilt, and you'll be able to close this later. Okay, so for now, let's put the heat on medium-high for about 6 minutes, and then let's revisit later. Okay? Hi. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. As you can see, it's considerably wilted, and now you can put your temperature at about low heat. Put it at low heat so it won't burn as quickly. At this point, you can also try to turn it up like this. Turn it up like that. Just put the bottom one at the front. You can use a sensei like this one, a huge spoon, or you can also use this one to help you to move around the pan. So like so. Oh, it tastes so nice. This is one of my husband's favorite dishes. I haven't mentioned before, but I'm a newlywed, so my husband is Korean, and sometimes he would request me to make home-cooked meals, home-cooked Korean meals. So that's how I would research. I'd go to different Korean restaurants and see what they're up to, what kind of ingredients they use, what kind of technique they use in cooking, and I would go and experiment. And then there was this one Korean restaurant when we went to Korea early this year, and it had all this cheese, mozzarella cheese on top of the wok while we were eating, and it was so delicious. So I just had to copy it and make my own version of this one. Okay, so it's a bit turned already. Okay. So let's lower the heat to low, and then you can leave it for about 20 minutes or so. Oops, there's one sticking at this side. Go back in, go back in. Okay. So we'll leave it like that for a while, and let's rest for a minute for about 20 minutes. Let's get back to the cooking, okay? Okay, so it's 20 minutes, and our dakgalbi is almost finished. See? Okay. And it's almost time to make this Chijeu dakgalbi. So let's put the cheese in it on top, like so. So you can use any kind of cheese you want. You can even use cheddar. Some people use Munster, something like, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like monster cheese. It's supposed to be very sticky and stretchy, but for this one I'm using mozzarella. So you can put it anywhere you want, like this, like so. If you're a cheese addict like me, you can put as much as you want. Nobody's looking. So for some people, they put the pan inside the oven to make the cheese golden brown on top. But for this one, for the traditional Korean setting, they usually just have the stove on top of the table while people are eating. While the dish is cooking, it's also on top of the table. So while it's cooking, people are eating as well. Eating and eating and eating and talking. So I'll just use like about 250 grams of cheese right here. I'll just use all of it. Why not? You can never have too much cheese. Okay, there we go. again. Can't wait to eat it. Now, usually Koreans usually eat this dish together with perilla leaves. Perilla leaves are the sesame leaves. It's shaped like a fan, but for now, since it's out of stock in the supermarkets, you can also settle for other kinds of leaves like lettuce leaves. For this one, I'm using romaine lettuce. So you use a romaine lettuce as a kind of like a wrap or like a pita wrap, and then you scoop some portion of the Chijeu Dakgalbi on top of the leaf, and then just eat it. Okay. So let's just let the cheese melt a bit, and then we can proceed to eating. So happy. Okay, so I think that's about finished. So we can just turn it off. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. Oh. Okay. Look at that. Oh. Wow. Okay. I gotta have me some right now. Cheesy goodness. That's what you want in mozzarella. You want the strings. See? Ah. That is superb. Okay, let's transfer you into the dish, like so. Okay. And then, let's try to eat. So, the trick is to put some of this, some of that, some of the ingredients you want. Like me, I want the cheese and the cheese and the cheese. So I'm putting all that here. And then just wrap it like so. It's too hot.